qed nagħmel oħra għax qed niftakar issa fuq ħaġa li vera terrabjani bħalissa. Jed vera terrabjani bħalissa sewwa rigward xaġa Saint Julian sewwa ejja ma ndurux mal-lewża sewwa. Saint Julian ġewwinament naħseb hija l-eqreb post ġew Malta li nista' nara lejn l-infern. Dejjem ġlied, kulħadd fis-sakra. Sewwa, literalment naħseb kull ġurnata ta' xi 20 video fuq in-nies jiġġieldu jew xi ħadd jara xi daqqa ta' sekkina jew nisma' xi stejjer pereżempju ta' xi turisti jiġu missu xi ħaġa. Darba jien literalment darba sewwa rajt xi statistika li Saint Julian l-ewwel tara kull imkien ta' Malta practically safe ġifieri anke inkluż Ħamrun u Mars għax inkun onesti sewwa kemm nitqu fuq sewwa. Mars u Ħamrun kemm mhumiex postijiet safe u fajpadaw imma aħna din ġo Malta sewwa, aħna din wien mill-iktar pajjiżi safe fid-dinja. Sewwa, let's not beat around the bush. Nkunu onesti bina nfusna. Sewwa, u mbagħad tara fucking Sliema u Saint Julian. Sewwa, u jidru. U tgħid il-ħanina men, daw pajjiż differenti, literalment jisek tajt biċċa minn Malta. Semmita Saint Julian, okej, da għadinja il-Hunger Games men. Kull darba mmur Saint Julian ngħid il-ħanina di Malta qiegħda. Kull fucking bar u fucking club li mmur jiena kull imkien bil-bewl u kulħadd vera nifhem li kulħadd fis-sakra ma ħanina u mbagħad pereżempju tara nies bid-drogi u fucking tarhom id-drogi ġifieri fuq il-mejda x'import who gives a shit, right? And the fact is you see the fucking bouncer just pass by not giving a shit. You're like, okay, great. In case the police come, I'm not involved in this, right? And I'm not saying like weed, because I believe something like weed shouldn't be something that should be illegal, right? It's genuinely something that has its own benefits, and for those who need it, it should be good. I'm talking about like the hard shit, right? Which make you scratch your head and be like, what are you even taking? Like, what's that? Horse tranquilizer? Are you trying to have a coma? But people are people, and people are stupid. People make even stupid decisions, right? And I just saw a video literally right now of literally another chair fight. When are the police just going to take these people out and just double or triple their amounts, right? They're putting police in areas where they don't need policing, genuinely. And then in areas where they need to, like Saint Julians, there aren't enough. There isn't enough. I think we should put half of Malta's police force genuinely just in Saint Julians, because the amount of craziness both the locals and the tourists cause is ridiculous. It's cartoonish. You look at it and you're like, this is not Malta. This is fucking Alcatraz, right? This is literally a jail, and people are paying money to go there, right? People are genuinely paying their hard-earned cash to go and order a Bolt, Wolt, or whatever the taxi they take, or ask their mom if you're a child. I don't know, and for some reason a bunch of children go to Saint Julians. I don't know why their parents allow them, but you know, stupid. And they go, oh yeah, let's go clubbing. I just don't get the appeal of it. You go into somewhere that you know is completely unsafe, just to simply have a buzz and drink. If you want to have a buzz, you can save your money, hang out, go for a barbecue or a picnic, and get drunk there. It's cheaper, it's more fun, you get to hang out with your friends, and you wouldn't get stabbed. Problem solved. You know, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out shit like this, right? Is it just that everyone just wants to say they're in Parcheville and look cool? Is that the reason? Why does everyone want to get coked up like fucking Pablo Escobar or Tony Santana? Because I'm saying you have it. No, you're not having fun. You're literally coked up, right? Like a mini Pablo Escobar, right? Even though you can barely afford your rent and your car insurance, right? And you're going to Parcheville paying €6 for a shot of vodka, which I'm sorry, you're being scammed. Because you can like at €6 at like €18 you can literally buy a whole bottle of vodka and drink by yourself. If you want to if you're gonna be an alcoholic, at least be a financially smart one, right? And then at the same time, the statistic that 16+ of people under 27 cannot go for a week's holiday. Yeah, because all you guys do is fucking go to Parcheville and waste it all on Parcheville. If it's not that, it's on stupid shit like a boo-boos. If it's not that, like. There's so many stupid financial decisions that people make. And also for the fact that if you're a student, right, and you do not work, stipend's only €80 a month. What the fuck are you gonna do with €80 a month as a student? There are books that cost more than €80 by themselves if you're in sixth form or level 4 in general, right? And they expect you to do everything on €80, right? And then if you have a car, you have car insurance. You have petrol, which if you have petrol, it's 134 a liter, and if it's petrol, and if it's diesel, it's 121 a liter, right? Which is crazy. But if you want, you can take the bus, which I believe the only thing worse than being in Saint Julians is being on a Maltese bus, because they have no brakes, they're unreliable, and they smell like shit. They're more overcrowded than New Delhi, right? So no, right? I would literally rather be in a war zone than go on a Malta transport bus. I would rather literally walk barefooted with no legs than go on a transport Malta bus. The reason why so many people buy cars is because the Malta transport system is shit, right? And in Saint Julians, everyone has taxis, because guess what? There are no buses going to Saint Julians. I believe there is a direct bus thing, but to be honest with you, I've never seen it, and I think people are at least slightly smart enough to take a taxi, because let's be honest, we do not want to see knife fights in the Saint Julian bus route in midnight. You know, the last thing Transport Malta needs for its shitty reputation is knife fights in the buses, right? We've seen people who are either mentally ill or high off their fucking minds in the middle of the roads trying to stop the bus. And, you know, like we don't need to see stupid shit. Well, obviously there's also buses crashing into taxis in Saint right next to Mercury Towers, which I've seen as well. I've seen those long ass limos, those long ass Chrysler limos, which are literally the size of a fucking, you know, and literally the length of Mercury Towers on its fucking ass, right? Trying to fucking turn around. That other thing, right? Limos in St. Julians, all the roads are fucking tight, you know? A regular car struggles to turn around, right? And then you bring in a 30-40 foot fucking limo and expect you're gonna fucking turn without literally bashing into something, which I've actually seen happen in real time. I'm actually amazed how I don't have a dash cam on me and just literally name this TikTok account Saint Julian Stupid Driving. You know, because I think 80% of all the stupid driving I've ever seen happens in St. Julian's, because some people apparently got their fucking driver's license from a cereal box, right? And then all the good drivers don't get the driver's license because apparently, right, they get the final boss of drive testing, right, when they take their tests. But then the people who are driving apparently get fucking Mrs. Doubtfire, you know? Shit doesn't make any sense. And then not only that, there are people paying a shit ton of money to go live in St. Julian's. Why? Why would you live in a place which is not safe, way too loud, and not only that, you don't even get a lot of property, right? I once saw a Mercury Towers apartment cost €800,000 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom with the views. Fuck the views, man. You're gonna get out of there, waste all your money on the mortgage that you spent on, get robbed, stabbed, and be on cocaine. What the fuck, man? Anywho, that's all for today, so bye.